What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more Siouxsie and the Banshees, as well as a very sleepy Luca. See what she thinks about being put on the lap. Is she in mellow mode or is she in mischief mode? She is in mellow mode. But yeah, we're going to go back to the album Juju. As I said, once more, big shout out to Nicola for sharing this and much else. I mentioned I'm already going through more deep dives than I can possibly keep in my front view screen, but to that point, I do have it in mind that at some point in the near future we should start the Joni Mitchell deep dive, which also Nicola said he could make happen or possible, or two words together. That doesn't work. Nevertheless, the next tune on Juju is called Halloween. So it's funny, I've reacted to a few tunes by this name, a few punk rock tunes, Dead Kennedy's tune, two different Misfits tunes, I believe a Japan tune as well. So yeah, it's a tune or a title that seems to come back. Obviously it's a holiday and associated historical culture that has some intrigue to it, that has some exciting qualities to it, but ultimately I'm not sure what the take will be here. Ultimately, Siouxsie's material, even just at this early stage, feels like it does pursue, in some cases, the dark and the unpleasant and the uncomfortable, so I would not be surprised if it's a more dark and or wicked take on the holiday, but ultimately that would not be too far apart from a couple of those punk versions that I mentioned. So either way, let's find out what it is. This is Siouxsie and the Banshees from the album Juju, 1981, and the track is Halloween. so far. More overtly punk, or at least post-punk, and again with a horror type of flavor. Some people will know that True Sounds of Liberty, especially this album over here, which I'm not even sure you can see because of Lucas' chair, but it's called Dance With Me. I think it's 81, maybe 82, but it's considered like one of the very earliest horror punk albums, and that track feels like, with the difference of a female vocalist, it could slot very nicely into that early 80s, like, proto horror punk, which, groups like the Misfits and some others would pursue more fully in later years. But seriously, it's amazing. Or I think around the same time, right? I think they were already active. Nevertheless, like I said, it had a punk edge to it, or at least post-punk feeling, but also a wickedness, and like I said, also the mixture of that flavor, but also some electronic sounds. So yeah, it's a really interesting blend at this point. So yeah, ultimately, I'm not quite sure, what is being said, but it does sound, dark and wicked in terms of the lyrics, the bits that I caught. So look forward to hearing what people have to say. I apologize, I'm a little distracted. Luca is like stupidly adorable as she like rolls around in my lap while sleeping. So I apologize to Luca, but do let me know what you all think of this one and this sleeping little feline, and I will see you next time. Peace.